Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to the March 2025 Equal Opportunity Review Commission. I want to ask Upazan to call the roll, please.
Good morning, commissioners. Thank you all for joining. So if you can just say yes, I'll take the roll call. Commissioner Conley.
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Hall.
Present.
Commissioner Lewis.
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman. Commissioner Siegel.
Here.
Commissioner Ms. Barnett. Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Commissioner Balthrop. Commissioner Yusro. Commissioner Porter.
Here.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Here.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, Dr. Sweet Cushman is on. She just got on, Upazan.
Okay, thanks, sure.
Sorry, I just missed you. Thanks, Upazan.
No worries.
Okay, guys, I'm going to ask Commission Chair Conley to approve the February minutes.
I hope everybody had a chance to take a look at the minutes, and can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Ron. All in favor? Oh, can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor of approving the February minutes? Raise your hand or say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, the minutes pass. Chuck, you want to get into the plans?
Yes, we are. The first new plan, guys, is the reconstruction of the Serpentine drywall from City Park. The prime is A. Moranti. They are on the line. The numbers look really good. They have 7 sub-consultants, and they're all local. Commissioner Chair?
Okay. Any of the commissioners have any discussion, questions?
Why isn't this not?
No, I don't. Commissioner Hall, I don't.
Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. Can I get a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
We have to have a roll call. Upazan, would you take the call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Conley.
Yay.
Commissioner Dr. Hall.
Yes. Yay.
Commissioner Lewis.
Yay.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman.
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel.
Yes.
Commissioner Williams.
Approve.
Commissioner Porter.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Yes.
Commissioner Yusro. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. The plan passes. Thank you, A. Moranti, and the people that are on the call, thank you very much. We're going to move to our tables, our 3 tables, plans for the meeting. The first one is the Northview mid-rise, and this is the electrical. And just to give you a little bit of background, this one is at 25.4%. We just wanted to talk to the prime last month, and I believe the prime and the housing authority are on the call right now. Commission Chair Conley.
Yeah, who's on here from the prime?
Dale Usmac from Usmac Electric.
Okay, thank you, Dale. Thanks for joining us. So what were we wanting? Not just for the prime to get on, but to find out how they got the participation? I wasn't present last month.
Yes, there was one question that they wanted to ask the prime, and that was the breakdown of the MBE electrical. They just wanted some information about BP Electric in New Jersey versus Bulldog and Marshall and what they were doing on the contract.
Okay. All right, Dale, do you want to explain why you selected BP Electrical from New Jersey to get the lion's share of this contract? I think that's where, according to my background, that's what the question was regarding.
That was one of the few, or one of the only minorities I could find as a supplier for the switch gear, for the panels and the electrical.
So Bulldog and Marshall were not able to provide the material for the job? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, that they were the only suppliers. The other ones were just like actually
Labor.
have their own electrical labor. Yeah, and that's what I put them down a little smaller for that.
Okay, so the 162 is including the materials for the job.
Yes.
Okay. Does that satisfy everybody, all the commissioners? I need to see your heads nod. Nina, you
I'm a
good?
yes on that one.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think we're ready to make a motion. Can I get a motion?
I'll move to
Move.
approve.
Thank you, Jenny. Can I get a
Second.
second?
Second.
I'll
Thank
take
you,
the-
Ron. And then Aposna, you want to take the roll call for the rest?
Yes, please. Commissioner Conley,
Yay.
Commissioner, Dr. Hall,
Yes.
Commissioner Lewis,
Yay.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman,
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams,
Abstain.
Commissioner Porter,
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That plan passes. We'll move on to 2502-06. We're gonna move this one up because the next one's gonna have a little bit more conversation than this one. So this one came back to us from last month also. When they came to us last month, they were around 2.4%. They are now up to 15.4%, and they're looking for more. And I've been working with them and Rick on this, and it's a lot better. It looks good. Commissioner Chair Collins,
Is there somebody on the line from Franjo?
this should be. I know the housing authority is on the call too. Is Franjo on the call?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
I'm
think
having
that's on the call.
difficulties.
That's okay, Ed.
Sorry.
You're fine. Ed, what the commissioners are going to hear about is what effort you made to bring this up and increase your numbers.
Well, I mean, I think we showed a history of what we've solicited in the past. And we still have a lot of packages left to buy out, and we're in the process of doing that.
Okay, so what you're saying is there could potentially be even more minority or women participation, veterans,
there could be.
something. Are you looking at all of that as well?
Yes.
Do you have a
Yes, we are.
repository of businesses that you could, reach out to?
Yes. I mean, we have a history of meeting or exceeding the goals of the city's standards.
Yeah, I know that you do. I've been on this commission since 2012, so I know you
Yeah.
guys do a good job. All right, commissioners, does anybody have any questions for Ed? This is your chance to speak up.
Can someone, like how much improvement is there here? I'm just not remembering what the percentages were last month.
Last month, the percentages were at 2.4%.
Total.
Total.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, Kate.
Sorry. Ed, I wanted to tell you that Greg in my office talked to Josh, and he was possibly going to get the mailboxes from us too.
Yeah, correct.
It's only an additional like $7,000, but it's something a little bit more.
Kate, I couldn't hear anything you just said.
Can't hear that. You have to speak up.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. If you could turn the volume up on your laptop, I think that might help.
I don't know why. Can you hear me better now?
A little bit better, yeah.
I have a microphone. I don't know why it's not working. The guy in my office talked to Josh in Franjo's office this morning, and they were possibly going to buy the mailboxes from us. It's only an additional $7,000 to our package.
That just completely faded out. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so basically what she says, through our continued buying process, our purchaser actually contacted Katie, who's a minor WBE, and we're trying to get more packages with them. So it was mailbox. She said it was only $7,000, but I think it just proves that, we're continuing to work the process.
And
And I just wanted to kind of jump in. I had a little audio difficulties. We added a WBE and we added an MBE to Dr. Cushman, Sweet Cushman's question. We added another $1.3 million to this project from the first submission. So, me and Chuck had talked about that. And then to Ed's point and Franjo's point, they have continued commitment with this. And he had said that and made that commitment of at least 1 million last month to the commission. So he honored that and added another 300,000, 1.3 million.
Okay. All right. Well, there's two things I want to say about it. First of all, I don't understand why this effort couldn't have been made prior to, but I understand that you added a package. You added a $1.3 million package that gave them the opportunity to increase their participation. Correct? Do I have that right, Rick? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
AR Construction, and Ed could talk about his role in that, and Cussler Masonry were added to this package from last month.
Okay. All right. Does any of the commissioners have any questions for Ed, Kate, or Rick?
Appreciate the effort.
Okay. All right. Can I get a motion?
Commissioner Hall makes a motion to approve.
Thanks, Dr. Hall. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Angela. Pause, you want to take roll call?
Yeah, I'll just do the Commissioner Conley,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
Yes.
She made the
Commissioner
motion.
Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman,
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams,
Approve.
Commissioner Porter,
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Pause
you.
that. If somebody makes a motion to approve and somebody seconds, do you still have to go back and ask them through roll call?
Yes, we still do it.
Yeah.
We still want to do it to
That
make it
seems
official.
redundant, but whatever. That's the
We'll make it
process.
official, okay?
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next plan.
Okay, we're moving on to the fourth and last plan of the day. This is also one that was tabled from last month. We did receive some more information from them this morning on their outreach. They did some outreach to some MB and WBEs. However, we're still at 0 on this one. The prime is on the call now. We would like to give him 3 to 5 minutes to explain why he wasn't able to get any MBE or WBE.
Who is the prime? Oh, Control Climate. Okay. Who do we have from Control Climate?
Brady Benedetti from Controlled Climate Systems.
Thank you, Brady. You want to tell us why you're at 0? You know, we don't like that.
I know you don't. It's not for lack of effort, I'll give you that. But like throughout this process, we've solicited at least 30 people at least 4 times. Each time, every once in a while, we would get someone that would ask for a little more information, provide that information, and then just never receive a quote from them.
Mhm.
And I know Rick himself has given us, I think, 2 or 3 MBEs to reach out to, and we've done so. And the one guy was, I believe he was interested in providing sheet metal, like for each of the apartments and the common spaces. But he has not sent us a quote yet on that. But even before Rick was involved, I know I was dealing with Renelda Colvin, and I know she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But I made a spreadsheet of all of the solicitations that I did. She also went through it and just randomly selected 15 of them or 10 of them. And I had her on the phone while I called these people. And we got to the point where she was kind of agreeing with me that like there's just no one interested.
Well,
and I know,
okay,
and I know that's not a good answer, but
no, let's break this down. So it's designated as construction. Is it construction? What exactly is the project? What are you looking for participation on?
well, it's HVAC work. So I mean, it would be installing the air handlers in each of the units, refrigeration, piping, ductwork and sheet metal, venting the range hoods, um, installing GRDs. You know, like the sheet metal stuff it would be easier to find someone, but like
Yeah,
the refrigeration and whatnot. I mean, you got to be certified to do that.
right.
So
So
that's a little more difficult, but
Brady, what would have been helpful to you is if you would have broken this down by what could be subbed and what is going to be more likely to be self-performed. Do you understand what I mean?
I do.
And then it just, I mean, for the commit, for us, for
Sure.
our purposes, for us to be able to look at this project. I mean, when you come in front of the EORC and you have zero participation, and we're just looking at this kind of all grouped together, it lands wrong because it's construction. In construction, you should always be able to find participation. We have tons and tons of businesses, minority, women-owned, veteran-owned, and LGBTQ that could bid on something like this. But if it comes down to a little bit more of professional services in some areas where you're going to get, companies that need to be bonded and certified in that particular,
No, I
that's
understand.
business.
I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from for sure.
I'll be honest with you, I'm still not happy with it. But
So if I can weigh in, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Brandon Havranek, I am a Director of Procurement and Contracting Officer at the Housing Authority. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, the MBEW program is something we take very seriously at the authority. We have been working with Controlled Climate. I sent an updated plan to Chuck this morning. We met with Chuck and Darius to talk about it. There's over 40 vendors we reached out to that they reached out to, in addition to about another 30 to 40 we reached out to during the process. You can look at our historical numbers. We've actually outpaced the city
I know.
the entire time I've been here. Our numbers from COVID since COVID, we spent 160 million. Of that, we're at 17% MBE and 10% WBE. So it's something we are passionate about. We
What do
take
you
everything
think's
to you
different about this
guys.
one? What do you think's different about this one? Why
Well,
do they not want to bid on it?
Sometimes, we take everything to you, warts and all, right? Sometimes we have a
I mean,
wart,
is the
sometimes
juice
we
not
have.
worth the squeeze for these
Right.
smaller companies? Like, is it just they
I
wouldn't
think
be
there is
paid
a
enough to do
challenge.
it?
I think there is a challenge when it comes to what I've seen in my tenure here. There is a real challenge when it comes to HVAC work because a large bulk of it requires the actual product and the certifications. So as Brady had said, sometimes breaking it up is difficult.
Yeah.
We had 5 vendors bid on this project. We've put it in, not only, we're required only to put it in one paper for 2 weeks. We go the extra mile. We make sure we put it in the courier and we send it to all the different chambers of commerce. So not only does the vendor do their outreach, we as an agency, we go to trainings, we do all kinds of things to try to make sure everybody has an opportunity. Because unfortunately, at the end of the day, we have to take the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder. And that's pretty narrowly defined, right? Responsive is if they have all the paperwork, which they did. Responsible is really literally, can they do the work or can they not do the work?
Yeah.
And they clearly can. So within that parameter, we have to try to get every opportunity we can. So that we try to exhaust everything we can do. And I, while I'm running the show, we're going to be as clear as possible and have clarity. We're showing you, this one doesn't have participation. For the whole project, I think I could pull that up. We're at about
14.8
15
and
and 15 and
3.3.
5 or so
Yeah.
for a
15 to
$14
3.
million project.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick. So I mean, it is a challenge. Franjo has committed to keep working. We will keep working. We will keep sending letters. We will keep holding them to the fire. This is a unique one because it is with PHFA, right? It is tax credit. It's different things coming into it, right? The primes have to provide information you wouldn't ordinarily have to do for something of a mixed finance, right? So there's a challenge on its own having somebody to be able to provide that documentation that has to go to the state or the Commonwealth. So there's a lot of challenges, and just happens that this one was more challenging and we weren't able to get to the goals set by the city.
Yeah. It's a missed opportunity for a minority or woman-owned business to be able to supply the materials for this. Like if you could have found you know, a business that actually could produce the materials and have and carve out that check. Well, I mean, it's a mute point, but okay, commissioners, does anybody have questions for Brandon, Rick, anybody on here?
I have a general question about the project. We see electrical, this is mechanical. Have we already reviewed the plumbing portion of this contract?
Yeah, the plumbing was
so
approved last month.
thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. You've
Yeah.
actually already approved 3 of the 4 primes.
Okay.
So this is, I mean, this project is critical to getting a newer standard of living to the people that live in Northview. You know, HUD has already approved the demolition of the existing high rise because of the age, right? It's obsolete. And so as a way to have a better quality of living for the vendors, we're this is the project. We've had over the last 10 years, we've had a number of hurdles, right? This is as closest as we've ever come. You know,
And then you got that pesky EORC holding it up.
Yeah, well,
no, we don't see it that way.
Right
I
now,
know,
but
I'm teasing.
But you know, COVID hit, and then the fire marshal changed how we have to have the regulations on us. We had to go back. That was an 18-month delay having it redesigned. So we're real close. We're desperately trying to close in April, so we can have this ready to go for next year, so we could start moving residents in. So, I mean, it's actually exciting that we're this close, to be honest with you, after all the work that we've done to get here.
Okay. All right. Angela, do you have anything else to ask?
Yeah, I did. Thank you. So what were the numbers with the plumbing portion? I don't recall. I don't have that committed to my.
27. Oh, you want me to say it, Brandon, or you want to do it?
I got it, Rick. Thank you.
Okay.
So of the overall total projects, about 13 million, we are at 2.5 for total MBE WB participation. So we're at 15 and a little under 5.
Do you remember specifically what we approved for your plumbing portion of this project?
I can give that to you. That was 27% MBE and
it was a little close to 13. Yep.
13.5% WBE. So it was a total of 41% on that project.
Okay.
Well, that's encouraging, huh, Angela?
Right.
I like hearing that.
Better.
Yeah, it makes me feel a lot better. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions, or can we move to motion?
Let me just ask one more question.
Sure.
The prime is controlled climate, right?
For mechanical.
Is that what I'm saying? Okay. Is this an open shop, or is this signatory with the unions, like the insulators and steam fitters?
Brady, can you answer that? I don't know that answer off the top of my head.
I would say we are not union.
But it is subject to the city of Pittsburgh and the Davis-Bacon because of the size of the project.
That is correct. It is prevailing wage, and yes, Davis-Bacon applies.
Okay.
Okay. The reason I ask is because we may not have minority participation through some of the companies, but through the workforce, the development piece, through the labor that actually works on the job, we'll be able, even though we don't take that into consideration for how you hire folks, but there would be probably more diversity working actually in the Northview Heights area.
And I'll kind of jump in a little bit about, I mean, this isn't the Section 3 program that we have for the housing authority is not connected with MWBE. However, there's conversations with Jim and Lloyd Wilson from our Section 3 department to have those type of discussions. And I know that in talking with Jim, and I don't know, Brady, if he informed you that they're starting to talk about, you know, how we could have residents to be involved with that. Again, that is not our space here.
Yeah, right.
And so,
True.
But to your point, there is a workforce component being discussed right now with Control Climate and Lloyd Wilson, the manager of that.
Yes,
I love that.
Rick, for what it's worth, he did mention that to me too.
Right.
Okay. All right, guys, can I get a motion? Don't be afraid of
Ron.
putting a motion out for a 0%.
I'm putting it out.
Commissioner Hall, make a motion to approve.
Okay. Ron, you second?
Second.
All right. All right, roll call.
Commissioner Conley,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
No.
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman,
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Miss Barnett,
No.
Commissioner Williams,
Approve.
Commissioner Porter,
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. The plan passes.
Thank you, folks. I really appreciate you working with us on this, and I look to continue to bring you some plans that meet the goals a little bit better than this one.
Okay. We appreciate you too, Brandon. We appreciate that you even come in front of us.
And thanks again for your patience with me. I mean, this is my second month on the job. Just really, this was, like I said, this project has been going on for a long time. So there was a lot of historical information that I was unable to grab because I didn't know about it. And so, thank you for your patience, Commission. And again, I echo what Brandon is saying. We'll make sure that we have good participation on our plans moving forward.
Okay. All right.
Madam Chair, may I be recognized?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to Brandon, Rick, and Control Climate, we just encourage you, I'm speaking personally, I just encourage you to get this project done to the best of your ability, and hopefully there can be some workforce, but the people of Brighton Heights, of Northview Heights, really do, they deserve modern and safe housing. So, but for some of those things, I would have voted no, but, with the promise that they are going to get safe, modern housing, that's my vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you.
Also, thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll do a good job. Don't worry.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you getting on the call.
Yes, sir.
We'll move over to the next part of our meeting now. We'll update our ITQ contracts. Positive.
Thanks, Chair. So, Commissioners, a quick update. There are 5 ITQ work orders, 4 from Department of Mobility and Infrastructure and 1 from DPW. So the first one here is from DOMI. It's the Mount Washington Slide Remediation, Construction Administration, Construction Inspection Services. This is a supplement work order. This is the location over at Mount Washington. The prime here is Michael Baker International, and they will be engaged with the construction administration part of the work. The project cost here is $25,119. The next one here is again from DOMI. It's the 2025 Neighborhood Traffic Calming Design Assistance. This is citywide, and the prime here is Buckard Horn Architects. They will be involved with project management, data collection, preliminary 30% traffic calming construction, and final traffic calming construction plans. The project cost here is $96,607, and they have 1 WB French Engineering who will be engaged with traffic engineering design, and $26,322 will be the amount apportioned to them.
Okay.
The third one here is traffic, is again from DOMI, is traffic planning and design. The prime here is TPD, traffic planning and design. This is going to be over in Oakland, and the project cost here is $119,995. There are 2 sub-consultants, one of which is an MBE, E-Holdings, and they will be involved with community engagement, and $21,632 is the amount allocated to them. The next one is a change order from DPW. This is on Oliver Bath House, and the prime is Buckard Horn. So this change order is for $12,736, and they will be involved in basic construction administrative services. Last one, again, is from DOMI, and this is for the Fraser Street Steps reconstruction. The prime is Michael Baker International, and the project cost here is $99,959. That's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Upasna.